The Galactic Council underestimated human rage. Their first mistake and soon to be their last. The grand chambers of the Galactic Council were abuzz with a fervor unseen in centuries. Representatives from countless star systems floated in their grav platforms, their multi-limbed, multi-eyed, and multicolored forms expressing a myriad of emotions: confusion, fear, curiosity. At the center of this cosmic amphitheater, the Supreme Chancellor, a towering insectoid figure known as Zor, called for order. Members of the Council. Zor's voice resonated through the chamber. A series of clicks and hisses translated instantly into the universal language. We convene today to address the issue of Earth and its inhabitants, the humans. A low murmur spread through the assembly. Earth's ascension in technology and influence had not gone unnoticed. Humanity, once bound to a single planet, had rapidly expanded, sending colonies and ships far beyond their solar system. Their tenacity, innovation, and relentless drive had both fascinated and alarmed the galaxy. We have received numerous reports of human transgressions, Zor continued. Their aggressive expansion, disregard for interstellar law, and their failure to respect the sovereignty of other species. These actions can no longer be ignored. From a shadowed corner of the chamber, General Threk, a hulking reptilian with scales glistening like polished obsidian, growled in agreement. Humans are a threat to the balance of our galaxy. They must be contained before their hubris leads to greater conflict. The vote was swift and decisive. The Galactic Council, in a rare show of unity, sanctioned Earth, imposing severe restrictions on trade, travel, and communication. Human ambassadors were expelled, and a blockade was established around their home system. The news reached Earth within hours, and the reaction was immediate. The president of the United Earth Federation, General Marcus Steele, a man known for his iron will and unyielding patriotism, stood before the world with a message that would echo through history. My fellow humans, his voice was a calm storm, brimming with restrained fury. Today, the so-called Galactic Council has chosen to sanction us, to treat us as criminals in our own galaxy. They believe they can intimidate us, control us. They are wrong. They have forgotten who we are. We are the descendants of warriors, pioneers, dreamers. We do not bow to threats. We do not break under pressure. We rise. We fight. We win! The crowd roared in approval. From the bustling metropolises to the far-flung colonies, humanity rallied. Factories ramped up production of warships and weapons. Scientists worked around the clock to develop new technologies, and soldiers prepared for battle with a resolve that bordered on fanaticism. Within weeks, the first human fleet, a formidable armada bristling with advanced weaponry and shielded by cutting-edge defenses, departed from Earth's orbit. Their mission was clear: break the blockade, punish those who dared to sanction Earth, and remind the galaxy why humanity was not to be trifled with. The Galactic Council's blockade, composed of ships from various member species, was stationed at the edge of the solar system. They were confident in their numbers and their technological superiority, underestimating the raw determination and ingenuity that defined humanity. The initial clash was brutal and swift. Human ships, faster and more maneuverable than their alien counterparts, weaved through the blockade, unleashing devastating volleys of missiles and energy blasts. Alien ships, built for patrol and peacekeeping, were ill-prepared for the ferocity of the human assault. General Threk, commanding the blockade fleet, watched in disbelief as his ships were torn apart. How could this be? He roared, slamming a clawed fist into his control panel. We outnumber them 2-1. Numbers don't matter when you're fighting for survival, a voice crackled over the comms. It was Admiral John Reynolds, commander of the human fleet. This is just the beginning. Threk, tell your council we are coming for them. With the blockade shattered, the path to the Galactic Council's heart lay open. Humanity's message was clear. They would not be constrained. They would not be controlled, and anyone who tried would face the full wrath of Earth. As the human fleet advanced, General Steele addressed the world once more. To every human across the stars, know this: we are united, we are strong, and we will not stop until our enemies are dust and the galaxy knows the price of crossing humanity. The war had begun, and there would be no peace until victory was absolute. The Galactic Council's headquarters, a magnificent construct of crystalline towers and floating platforms, stood as a symbol of unity and peace for centuries. Now it was a fortress under siege. Reports of the human advance filled the airwaves with dread and disbelief. The council had underestimated their resolve, and the price of that error was becoming clearer by the hour. General Threck, nursing his wounded pride and a broken arm, limped into the war room. Around him, representatives from dozens of species argued, their voices a cacophony of panic and desperation. Zor, maintaining a facade of calm, silenced them with a gesture. "Order, please." Zor's mandibles clicked rhythmically, a subtle sign of his own anxiety. "We must act swiftly and decisively. The human fleet has broken through our outer defenses and is now less than a week away from our core systems." A holographic display flickered to life, showing the advancing human fleet, a relentless wave of destruction. Alien strategists highlighted points of attack, proposing countermeasures, but nothing seemed sufficient. The humans were like a tidal wave, unstoppable and merciless. "We need to focus our defenses on our strongest fortresses," suggested a bulbous amphibious being known as Counselor VX. "Draw them into a battle of attrition. They cannot have infinite resources." "They don't need infinite resources," General Threck growled. "Their ships are smaller, faster, and their tactics brutal. They're not fighting for territory. They're fighting for revenge." Meanwhile, in the depths of space, the human fleet pressed forward. Admiral Reynolds stood on the bridge of the flagship Indomitable, his eyes fixed on the star map. "Status report," he barked. "All ships are holding position," replied Captain Harris, a veteran of Earth's earlier conflicts. "We've detected the first line of their core defenses. It appears they're concentrating their forces around key locations, likely their main supply routes and command centers." Reynolds nodded. "They're scared. They think they can outlast us. Let's prove them wrong. Prepare for the next jump." As the human fleet surged forward, they encountered fierce resistance. Alien ships, more numerous and diverse than before, threw themselves into the fray with a desperation born of survival. Battles raged across star systems, each clash a testament to human tenacity and ingenuity. In one particularly heated engagement, the Indomitable led a daring assault on a heavily fortified asteroid base. The base, bristling with weaponry and shielded by advanced technology, was a linchpin in the Council's defensive network. "Incoming fire!" shouted a crewman as the ship rocked violently. Explosions rippled across the hall, but the human ships pressed on, weaving through the deadly barrage with precision. "Target their shield generators," Reynolds ordered. "We need to break through their defenses." A squadron of fighters peeled away, diving towards the base with laser focus. Alien interceptors swarmed to meet them, and the void lit up with the ferocity of the battle. The human fighters, outmatched in numbers but superior in tactics, executed a series of daring maneuvers, slipping past the defenders and unleashing their payloads. The asteroid base shuddered as explosions rippled across its surface. Shields flickered and died, and the human capital ships moved in for the kill. Beams of searing energy lanced out, tearing through the once impenetrable fortifications. The base's defenses crumbled, and with a final cataclysmic blast, it was reduced to a field of debris. Cheers erupted on the Indomitable's bridge, but Reynolds remained stoic. "This is just the beginning," he muttered. "They'll throw everything they have at us now." Indeed, the destruction of the asteroid base sent shockwaves through the Council. Panic turned to resolve, and they mobilized every available resource. The next encounters were even more brutal, with the aliens employing scorched earth tactics, sacrificing entire planets to slow the human advance. In one such battle over the lush world of Vixar, the skies were filled with fire as human and alien fleets clashed. Vixar defenders, a proud warrior race known as the Zathrian, fought with unmatched ferocity. Their ships, heavily armored and armed with devastating plasma cannons, gave the humans their toughest fight yet. "These Zathrians are relentless," Captain Harris remarked, wiping sweat from his brow. "Our losses are mounting," Reynolds nodded grimly. "We can't afford to get bogged down here. Prepare the planetary bombardment cannons." "But, sir, Vixar is home to millions of civilians," Harris protested. "It's a paradise world. Every delay costs us more lives," Reynolds snapped. "We have our orders. Fire." The bombardment cannons, massive weapons capable of leveling entire cities, unleashed their fury. The surface of Vixar was transformed into a hellscape of fire and ash. The Zathrian defenders, seeing their world destroyed, fought with even greater desperation. But it was futile. The human fleet pressed on, leaving Vixar as a stark warning to any who dared resist. As the human fleet neared the heart of the Galactic Council's territory, the tension reached a fever pitch. The final battle was imminent, and both sides knew it would determine the fate of the galaxy. On Earth, millions watched the live feeds from the fleet, their hearts swelling with pride and fear. General Steele, addressing the world one last time, said, "This is our moment. We are humanity. We are the storm. Let the galaxy tremble before us." As the human fleet approached the Council's homeworld, the galaxy held its breath.